Hey, what's up? I've got some e-bike news for you. Porsche is axing the name brand bicycle company that they bought. One of the most recognized companies in cycling has changed their flag, and artificial intelligence comes to bicycle parking. Hold on, how does that work? I'm Mikey for Blue Monkey Bicycles, and first up, you guys know Bell and Giro? They are one of the most known cycling brands under the parent company Vista Outdoor. Now, this is actually a publicly traded company, or it was, or it's still going to be. It's going to be split off into two publicly traded companies. Vista is splitting off a ton of their brands into a new one called Revelist. Now, this new company is going to hold Bell and Giro, but also Fox Racing, Camelback, Blackburn, and some other smaller brand names in the bike world like Crash, Copilot, but also the e-bike company QuietKat. Now, what's kind of weird is that a bunch of other companies are being thrown into this side, so it's not exclusively for cycling. Aside from brands for camping and outdoor wear, they've also got binoculars, gun sights, gun holsters, gun cleaner, and even hunting arrows. Now, with this kind of a mix, you might be wondering why they even bothered to boot the other 7 brand names from this new image. Well, actually, that's pretty easy to explain. The brands that are getting left behind are Remington and other ammunition companies. Yep, Vista Outdoors is keeping in line with their prior announcement of splitting them all up. Now, it's clear to me that they want to distance the otherwise tame and non-confrontational companies away from the negative attention that firearms and their related industries can attain. I think this is actually quite wise. Now, there is certainly overlap between some segments of cycling and some segments of the firearm world. However, when it comes to investors, they do not want their conglomerate of helmet and golf companies affected by guns being in the news all over again. By the way, the Remington ammunition company that's here is not the same Remington company that makes the actual firearms. Same name, same history, but very different companies.
Wow, that thing is hard to push down. Holy cow. Never tried this before. Seriously, guys, I cannot push that slide release down.
Okay, moving on. Porsche, the car company, they're not an ammunition company, they bought out Grape Bikes, and now they are phasing out that very brand name and absorbing all of Grape's talent. Porsche has their own e-bikes that they even showed off with their electric cars, but by the way, electric cars lose a ton of efficiency when you put cargo on them, such as bicycles, so keep that in mind with your range estimates. But anyways, Grape Bikes are rocking the MPF motor, or at least they have been, which has been approved over a very long time frame. They've been around a long time. And this little tugboat powerhouse is making a very striking bike for Grape, but I don't know what the future will hold. In the future, will Porsche-led Grape brand keep this up? I really don't know. A spokesperson told Bicycle Retailer, quote, "The focus going forward will be developing and producing e-bike drive systems." Now, this is actually quite telling because Porsche also acquired a company called Fatsois last year. They make an electric bike motor system. Now, I'm going to throw out a guess and say that Porsche wants to make a bike that uses Grape's connected technology with a Fatsois detachable motor. They're going to slap the Porsche name brand on it, and then off we go. It doesn't sound like a bad product, but if it's going to be in line with other Porsche products, then it'll probably be very expensive. Okay, last in the news today, Forest Rideshare Company wants riders to take pictures of their parked bikes when they're done borrowing it. An AI system is going to grade the picture on how well the bicycle is parked, making the rider accountable. Now, they say that this is done to adhere to local regulations, but I don't know, I really don't see this making a huge difference. The people who ride bikes, they might leave them laying down, but the real threat is coming from people who don't ride the bikes and wind up throwing them into the lake for fun or to make a statement.
Bikes thrown into the Holyoke Canal, each bike costing about $1,200.
Another concern that I have is that the AI platform would have to figure out the rest of the environment around the bike. Now, it's easy to learn what a bike looks like, especially from one company, one brand, and one color, but an AI would have to discern the texture of a tree and separate that from the texture of a tree painting, which is very common in urban areas. And if it can, then my hat's off to that robot. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. eBike News is supported by you on Patreon. You can check out the links in the description below. I'm Mikey for Blue Monkey Bicycles, and I will see you later.